What's up YouTube? I'm Andy and welcome to this review of the Nammu-Tech Kraken Sidemount rig. I started diving in 2001. I've been diving Sidemount for about 10 years now. Nammu-Tech I first met at the Go Diving show in the UK in 2020. I saw a prototype of this rig and it really piqued my curiosity then. Since then I've been really surprised that there didn't seem to be any user feedback or reviews out there. And so when I decided to come out here to the Maldives to do some manta diving, I bought one and I thought I'd make this video to share a review of how it is to dive and provide a closer look. This is my opinion. I'm not being paid by Nammu-Tech. I paid for this. This is my rig. So Nammu's philosophy is to make cutting edge technical and side mount dive equipment using high quality performance materials such as composite, 3D printed carbon and Kevlar. Their mantra is, how do we make this better? So, here we are in the Maldives. I've spent the week diving the Kraken on some amazing dive sites. There's a seaplane going over. I'm diving with the scuba place.co.uk on the Sachika liveaboard, along with some of my buddies from Blue Ocean Diving in Kent. It's a brilliant boat with a great crew, and if you're planning a trip out here, I definitely recommend them. But back to the rig. So here we go. This is the Kraken. Now side-mount rigs come in really two flavors: Florida style rigs, which are designed for steels, such as the SMS 100. Tend to be a lot bulkier, large wings sandwiched between two plates, and a Mexican style rig like this, which evolved separately, smaller bladder, more low profile, and optimized for aluminium tanks. And the first thing you notice about the Kraken is how light it is. SMS 100 is about 5 kilos. The XDeep Tech redundant buoyancy is 3.4. The wing is 2 kilos and the harness is only 800 grams. And that's because of these carbon composite pieces. These are 3D printed, they're super durable, they're made of Kevlar and carbon, and I think they're a big improvement on heavy steel components. So, looking at the harness then, we've got two low profile D-rings on the shoulders, and then you've got 4 on the front of the waist belt, and then a couple of tank anchoring points at the back. So we've got one there, here, and then a crotch loop with a low profile buckle to hold it all together. There we go. You don't get the Hollis cutter with it, unfortunately. And these are laced with Kevlar and that makes them really strong. Then you've got a bungee across the front to hold the wing to your body. Hooks on like that. And another bungee that comes across onto the inflator. So the weight system is really cool. It can hold 18 kilos and the spine plate is hinged, allowing it to mold to the diver's back. These plates are so simple, it's genius. So this is where the weights attach. You just route the 2 bungees through the weight and then loop around the back of the plate. So the weight is trapped here. And then another advantage is that the 2 hip plates, there's one on each hip, give you then a couple of easily ditchable weights. And with some side mount systems, everything's locked away on your back and is inaccessible. So as we look at the wing is made of polyurethane coated ripstop nylon, and it's incredibly durable and abrasion resistant. You can actually remove the wing very easily. There's a bungee at the top here. It comes off like that, which makes adjusting the harness really easy if you take the wing off first. And what's really innovative about this wing is the redundant bladder. It's very elegant versus the alternatives. You've probably seen it with 2 inflator hoses, very bulky. Instead we've got this red inflator alongside the normal one. You just unscrew this metal ring, push this in, and then you can orally inflate or dump air. And then at the back you've got 2 separate dumps, one for the main and one for the redundant bladder. Buoyancy on the back here 200 newtons, which compares very favourably with both the XDeep Tech, which is 19 kilos, and the SMS 100. This is good enough to hold 2 steels and 3 12-litre alley tanks, and you don't really need more than that. So comfort. Well, once you're in the water, I was really surprised at how comfy it felt. It really felt like you're not wearing anything at all. Having a front without clutter makes for a very streamlined profile. Out of the water, a little less comfy than, for example, the SMS 100, waiting to jump in, but all that cushioning adds bulk, and it's not really needed. Now for trim, the multiple D-rings on the front and the low profile nature of the whole design meant I really found it easy to get a great trim in the water. As usual with alley tanks, they get floaty once you get down to about 150 bar. So you just clip around to the front of the waist strap and you can keep your tanks in line with your body. So tips, well, my Kraken came with the top weight plate, which is this one, with the tank bungees coming around the other way, and these bungees were actually trapped under the tank bungees. So it's a very simple matter, just untie these and reroute so that they're coming through in this direction instead, and then the weight plate bungees are free to connect the weight. I'd say take your time to get the buckles and the shoulder straps in the right position. I went for the soft webbing option, but it's still an effort to adjust the waist buckle and the crotch strap in particular. You've really got to kind of feed that through and then edge it all through, but you get there in the end. Just take your time. The other thing I'd say is have some spare bungee. The waist bungee in particular wasn't long enough for me. I needed to add an extra loop so it was comfortable across my waist. And then I added another piece of bungee just on the back here to hold the spare webbing. I'll probably cut that back a bit when I get back to the UK, but it makes sense to keep some spare in reserve for different setups. For example, to adjust for using the rig with the dry suit. Finally, on the tips, I would just add, it's worth adding a knot to some of these bungees. So as it came, you have this kind of stopper, and this is the bungee that holds the wing to your body, connects across your waist. Now that side is fine, but on this side it's just a bungee coming straight through, and that could be easily lost if it disconnected as you jumped in or something. That could just like pop out the back. So adding a simple knot on the other side means that can't happen. So how much is this beautiful wing? Well, the Kraken retails at £700 in the UK or $770 in the US, which is not that far off the price of the XDeep Tech redundant buoyancy. Overall, I think it's good value though. Nammu are a small company who are really innovating, and I'm actually surprised I've not seen more about this rig, on the internet. I've not seen any reviews, but I really like it. It'll be my go-to harness for future warm water diving for sure. And when I get a chance to try it in the UK with a dry suit and some steels, I'll upload another video and let you know how I get on. So in summary then, the pros, it's super light, really beautiful. The composite tech, these weight plates and D-rings, very cool. It's a very simple harness. Having the dumpable weights on the hips is great, and the whole weight attachment system itself is genius. A couple of cons, I think the ease of adjustment. It's just the nature of these kind of pure webbing based harnesses, but it's a bit tough to make those adjustments, and the comfort out of the water could be better, but again, it's just fettling with it. I think I've probably still got a few more adjustments to make until it's actually perfect for me. So in summary, it's a real competitor to the other Sidemount harnesses out there, such as the XDeep, and for me it's a big improvement over the first generation of Sidemount systems. They're really bulky and over-engineered for diving with a couple of alley tanks. So with that, I'm going to go and enjoy my off-gassing day here at the Sheraton. It's only 15 minutes from the airport, and if you try the Kraken, I'd love to hear how you get on in the comments below. Safe diving. See you soon.